We wanted to start with the people first. You have these different types of people that move through the city at different times of the day, different times of the week, and we wanted to appeal to them. So we wanted to make sure that they knew exactly what they were using. We know that we can appeal to a tourist who may have more time to browse and look through the system and find new things to do. But we also know that now we can appeal to a business traveler too, who probably knows where they're already going. They need to find it really quickly, and we can give that to them in 2 or 3 clicks, and then they're on their way. And so these companies have started to put static posters all over the cities with special maps that help each type of visitor. But you have to profile and guess what type of person in that city might be in each location. So we said, well, that's a really great idea. It's been rolled out on almost every major city in the form of these static posters with these walk circles that help you get somewhere really quickly, but nobody's digitized it yet. So nobody said, well, why should I have to profile that type of visitor? Why can't I have everything all 3 types of visitors I would need? And I would take all those different maps that different people care about and layer them into one digital platform. At the end of the day, when you put a large 55-inch TV in the middle of the public walkway, there's not much need for a person to view it because 4 out of every 5 Americans has a smartphone in their pocket. So what would make me use a 55-inch TV over that smartphone in my pocket? And that was really the hardest challenge and where we started. So we needed to build something that people would actually use. And we do that by not fooling ourselves that this isn't a smartphone. This has to be very purpose-driven. Everything we do on this, it's a very inviting, friendly user experience. So when you walk by it, it's always on. It's always saying, hey, come touch me. But when you get there, within 25 feet of this, you know exactly what its purpose is. You know what it's showing you. It's already giving you a little insight. I know, hey, here's a map. Oh, the weather, the time. I can see what the transit maps are on there. I can see the transit locations. And so you don't really have to think about what this does. You just know what it does from the beginning. So you can get a 40 to 60% increase in usage on your kiosk if you have an always-on interface. If somebody walks by and they know exactly what it does and what it's there for, you're more likely to get that user interface. So our user interface is always on. It's always there. It's always in this attract loop mode where it's giving you insight. And then we do our advertisements up here. So your advertisement would actually be above my head level. So everybody can always see that city announcement, that broadcast, that advertisement over all the traffic. And then at the same time, they have an actual interaction zone that they know what it does and they're going to come up and want to use it. So that was the whole purpose. We want to draw people in. We want quick interactions. So we want somebody to be able to find something they're looking for within 2 to 3 clicks. And then we want to hand it off to their phone. Because at the end of the day, we're not replacing the phone, we're augmenting it. So we want to hand off that experience as quickly as possible. Now we can see things that are relevant to our immediate vicinity. So if you just only want to go somewhere real close, you want to find something real close, we're going to give you sort of the top items in that area. Or we can look at a whole category, a customizable category of locations that we want. So if I'm really feeling like pizza today, here's the pizza restaurants within my immediate vicinity. If none of them look that good, now we can see all the pizza restaurants in a little bit further of a vicinity, and we can click on any of these and we can navigate to them. Now, one thing that's interesting is because of those smartphones in our pocket, we're used to options. We want to know how long it takes to walk there. We want to know how long it takes to hail a taxi. Maybe I'm on my bike and I don't have my phone out and I just want quick directions. Or if we want to take transit. So we can actually click on any of these, get all our destinations, and then we can quickly hand it off to our phone because we're providing free Wi-Fi from all these kiosks as well. So I can send these to myself in a private or a non-private mode, and all that's going to populate on my phone. It's going to give me exactly where I need to go. So all of that was 2 clicks to get where I need to go, and then we hand it off. Everything is a high contrast, high color design, so if somebody happens to be colorblind, they don't have to hit a button to toggle it so they can see and read. We also, if somebody happened to be in a wheelchair, we want to make sure that they're included as well. So the entire same experience, lowered down, it's easy to reach, and you still get the same experience. Everything's just down at the correct level. When kids walk up to the kiosk, it's also the first button they hit. All our kiosks come preloaded with languages, so you can translate the entire platform into a new language in about 30 minutes, so everybody feels included.